Emerald Coast, baby.
Gulf of America.
First impressions video, first hour driving the BMW M5. This is what I think and this is how I feel about it. These are my first impressions. I have to do this to sync the videos actually. This car is a little overwhelming and underwhelming. I think it's a 2015 BMW M5, colloquially known as the F10 M5. I rented it on Turo because Jason has the M2 and this seemed like the most fun car on Turo to rent. I saw a review on Turo that said that there was something going on with the car and the owner had to rectify it and it was like a couple cylinders misfiring. So I already knew the state of the car. The Turo owner, he said, don't worry about the brake light. It just means that we have to replace our pads soon. But when I turned the car on, it said coolant and I noticed that there was a bottle of coolant in the trunk. The host said, yeah, don't worry about it. We top off the coolant in between rentals. It's a 10-year-old V8 BMW. We drove it. It drives fine. I really enjoy the drive, but the interior is what is really lacking in my opinion. The interior is nice. However, it hasn't aged well. I'm not really a big fan of the way the buttons are laid out on the steering wheel and the paint on these touch points are fading. The Hellcats. The V8 boys are here. People call this the German Hellcat. So the paint is fading. This button is cracked. There's some broken pieces here. This is broken. The cup holders are really small. You can't really fit like a big water bottle in here. And the door pockets are really small. So you can't fit a big door pocket. You can't fit a big water bottle in this door pocket. Beyond that, like some panels are a little loose. Some panels are like sagging or floppy. The leather, the touch points of the leather, like here, this top of the steering wheel that gets a lot of sun fade. It's deteriorating, cracking. The layout doesn't seem intuitive. It doesn't seem like an ergonomic kind of layout, but I do like the seats. The seats are super comfortable. I like all of the adjustability in the seats. The AC is really nice and cold. There are some good things about the car. Did it meet my expectations? Yeah, I knew what I was getting into. It's a 10-year-old V8 BMW. I kind of had an idea of the pain points that it might have. I haven't had a chance to open it up too much, but on the highway I took it on some sprints. The pickup is really smooth. You know, in a blink of an eye, you're at 90, 100 miles per hour, let's say. The traction control picks up a lot of the slack. For example, if I'm flooring it in a low gear, I can feel power getting cut to the wheels because the traction control is trying to save me from sliding out. I try to keep traction control on. I'm not trying to spin out anywhere. The layout is kind of whack. The interior is definitely outdated. And the interior is not holding up well. It feels fun to drive. It definitely moves. Sounds good when you rev it up. The infotainment is like useless basically. I'm not sure. There's so many settings. It's so many things to do in here. And like, I don't even care about all of these things, all of these settings. There was some lag there, but I'm not in the sport modes or anything. Throttle response is okay. You know, let me try to tune it up a little bit more. Like, what is this transmission button? What is, you know, why do I have to have 3 modes for my transmission and 3 modes for all of these things? It's kind of like excessive. It's kind of noisy. It's distracting from the driving. That's good. Yeah, so now I'm in like all modes on. All 3 modes are on. I really want to find a spot where I can just give it some gas in a safe manner. Nice. Now we're gonna have a moment. All right, let's see.
It definitely wants to go sideways. Would you daily drive this car?
I would not daily drive this car. It would be a nightmare to daily drive. There's just too much going on. It's not simple enough for me.
Is it the interior or the way the car drives?
Everything about it. It's just too much car for a daily driver. This is not a daily driver car.
How much does this car weigh?
This is like 5,000 pounds probably.
Oh my God.
Close to that.
It feels like it.
The car is super comfortable. It's a 5 Series BMW, so back seats are nice. It's got all the nice creature comforts. When you buy BMW, you should feel like you're in a premium cabin. However, you know, it's a spaceship with a bunch of buttons, and I would say 80% of the buttons you'll never touch. I don't like all the rattling noises. The suspension is pretty stiff. It feels like there's plastic on plastic rattling whenever there's creaks, like we're running over any like little bumps in the road. Even though it's 10 years old, an M product should last longer than 10 years, in my opinion. If you're buying a product and you're spending almost 100 grand on this product, it should stand the test of time. It's got some nice features like parking sensors and stuff. The speakers are really nice. They're loud. But the cup holder placement is kind of whack. Like this is blocking the controls here. Like we could have put the cup holders a little bit more here. This glove box is kind of small for what you get. I would take it on a road trip. This would be a good road trip car. Doesn't get the best mileage. Like I was getting 14 to maybe 20 miles per gallon. It would be nice for 4 people to sit in here comfortably, but I wouldn't own it because of like all the things that go wrong with it over time. It's only got 94,000 miles on it. But in that time frame, the things that are going wrong with this, you know, maybe it's because of the previous owners and lack of maintenance or whatever, but the product itself is known to fail in specific ways. And that reputation it matters, you know. I would never buy this car. I would rent it, I would borrow it, but I would never buy it. And I would never recommend anybody buy this car. Storage space is actually not that great. My Honda Element has more space in this compartment than this car. It's a big car. It's a 5 Series. It's huge. It takes up a big footprint, but the interior is not as spacious for the humans at least. But then in the trunk, you got a lot of space in the trunk. So I don't think the car has been well maintained, needing coolant and brakes and stuff. So it comes with the price tag. It comes with the territory. The electronics are probably failing on this car already because some of these buttons don't work. This button for the rear window shade doesn't work.
If you could change one thing about this car, what would it be?
I would shed some unnecessary weight. If you're getting an M series BMW, you're looking for more performance out of your vehicle. There's extra stuff in here like electronics and materials. For example, the electric motors in the seats, or the heating and cooling elements in the seats.
It's one word you would use to describe this car.
What about you, Jackie? What's one word that you would use to describe this car?
Stiff. That's what I feel in the passenger seat. Like I feel all the bumps and stuff.
I would say it feels bloated. It's supposed to be the German muscle car, right? The German V8, whatever. It feels a little bloated. It feels like a whale, like a big boat. Rowdy. Speed limit's 45 here. It's nice and windy. This is nice.
I'm scared.
Emerald Coast, baby.
Gulf of America.
Stop. Exhaust sounds a little fake.
A
little AI generated.
Like
They're feeding stuff in through the speakers for sure.
'cause
BMW loves to do that. Jason's BMW does that.